Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to set up your phases, how to work with phases, and the correct way to do it. It's the third time making this video now because of my computer not being able to handle saving them, so I'm going to try and do it quite briefly, otherwise the videos are too long and I can't even save them. So the two important things with phases are, number one, to have your document stage and your browser, your project browser, organized correctly. So in my project browser here, I've got my existing phase. I've got my existing drawings or views. I've got my demolished views, and I've got my proposed, or my planned application proposed views. So to make it a little bit easier to so you know where I am, I've changed the visual style of each of them. So my existing view, or my existing drawings, or my existing phase, all the same thing. It's white, no colors. My demo, I've got colors on, and then my proposed, my plan applications. This is my proposed drawing. I've got shadows on. Okay, so once you've got your three different, and this is just for planning, you're also going to need fire and more later on, but let's just work with the three for now. So you've got existing, demolished, and proposed plan. So now, once you've got the three different browsers set up, all you need to do next is set up your view settings, your view properties in each one. So if we go to our existing to start with, in our existing view, the phase is existing, and the phase filter is complete. We're showing complete. So what that means is that in this view, we're going to see everything that's finished at the existing phase. So i.e. everything that's existing. So, you know, the existing building. In our demo phase and demo view, we'll call our demo view or our demo drawings, the phase is actually new construction, because once works have started to a project, once demolitions begin, it's you know, it's new construction essentially. It might be demolishing things, but it is, you know, the phase is the next phase. It's two phases in this project: existing and new construction. So in our demo view, in our demo drawings, the phase filter is what's going to show us what's demolished and what's not. So the phase filter is showing previous phase, which is existing, and demo. So before we move on to new construction, let's have a look at the way phases are set up. So like I said, there's only two phases in the project: there's existing and there's new construction. And in our demo phase, we're going to show previous. So the current phase is new construction, but all that's being shown is previous and demolitions. So previous being existing, and then demolitions. So if we click on our phase filters dialog up here, this relates to this down here. So we can see that we have show previous and show new. Now you can rename these, you can make new ones however you like to. In our show previous and new, we want the new, in our show previous and demo, we want our new phase not to be displayed. We don't want to see anything new in these views. So we're not displaying our new construction. We want our existing construction to be by category. So that just means that existing will be, it'll look the same as it does in existing. I mean, you can change that if you want. You can put in over it and change it, but I like to have it like this. And then our demolished elements are going to be overridden. So that means when you go to your graphic overrides, we can set how our demolished objects look. So you click in here, click in demolished, and in here you override. So let's see, so projection surface. So we want I want my cut lines to be dashed and say red, and then I want my patterns, you might want them red, I don't know, it's up to you, see what you want. Okay, so let's then demolish something. So let's say, you know, some of these walls get demolished. Unlikely in this project, but it's just for argument's sake. So everything in the project is on the existing phase, these elements we're now going to, I'll grab this one as well. These elements we're now going to demolish at the new construction phase. And you can see then they've gone red. So if we go back to our existing drawing, everything's still there, everything's still existing. We're showing complete, we're showing existing. In our demolitions drawing, we can see that the existing is still all there, but the demolished is shown in red. And then if we go to our proposed, so our planning application proposed drawing, we can see that it's gone. So the reason it's gone is because in this view, we have it that the phase is new construction and the phase filter is showing complete, i.e. it's not going to show anything that's been demolished in this phase, because it's showing complete is essentially showing what happened, what's there after new construction is all finished. So I mean, we can be in this view and we can click on other things and we can decide to demolish them and they'll disappear. If we go back into our demo phase, they've been demolished. Back in our existing, and still there. So that's how it's set up. And then say we come into our new and we put in a new wall. I'm just going to select these walls. Yeah, they're on new. So make sure that when you're drawing new things, generally Revit automatically draws them on new phase, but just make sure that anything you draw new is created in the new construction phase. So now if we go back to our demo, you can't see the new stuff, we can just see demolished stuff, and existing, you just see existing. Now it's useful to set up a non-printing but just a working documentation stage, as it's somewhere where you can go in, you can mess around with your view settings, you can mess around with everything really, and you can just create elements. You can just go in here, and it looks weird at the moment just because of my graphic overrides, but it's helpful because then when you go to print or when you go to show, if you want to see a view and you want to see it correctly, you don't have to go and change all your settings to make sure they're correct. You just leave these settings as is, you don't mess around with them, and it'll mean that your drawings are always correct and your views are always correct. Okay, so once again, click on my Manage tab, my phases, I've got my existing and new construction, my phase filters, my show complete phase is showing new by category, existing by category, and it's not showing demolished or temporary, ignore temporary for now. And my show previous and demo, which is the one I'm using for my demo phase, is not showing new, it's showing existing by category, it's showing demolished as overridden, and then this is where I set my overrides to show the demolished is red. Okay, so that's phases.